you're a little Billy. Billy eats food all day, plays video games, exercises where all he does is run, bikes, and plays basketball. He doesn't lift a weight. He looks in the mirror every day in despair. All he sees is body fat, just stomach fat, just hanging out. He wants to feel like he's swole, but instead he keeps eating chips. He keeps running outside all day, does purely cardio, and doesn't touch a weight or a push-up. Then you got Chad. Chad lifts weights, eats protein, he gets 8 hours of sleep, he doesn't play video games all day, and he does cardio at maximum 30 minutes a day, but he lifts weights. He looks at himself in the mirror and he's happy. He's real happy. He sees chest and titty muscles. He sees abdominals. He doesn't see body fat. Billy is 170 pounds and he's 20% body fat with no abs. Chad, 170 pounds, he's 12% body fat and he has a six-pack. Which one do you want to be? Skinny fat is one of the biggest issues that everyone has problems with. Most people you see in the world are skinny fat. They have a lot of quote-unquote muscle, but on top of it is a layer of fat, and they say they have all this muscle but they just need to lean out. But most of the time they don't have muscle and all it is fat. People want to learn how to get out of that type of look and they want to look like they're toned when really they need to lean out. In terms of fixing being skinny fat, you need to choose what direction you want to go. So building muscle is going to be one great way to get out of skinny fat, or you want to lose a lot of weight or body fat to actually get out of skinny fat. But once you first choose that direction, then you need to find your maintenance calories. Everyone says that this calculator works and that calculator works. It doesn't matter, just pick one. You might not lift if you're skinny fat, so just find an estimate so you can start off. It's great for beginners, and then you can start tracking your maintenance calories. If your goal is to lose fat, go 300 to 500 calories under your maintenance. If your goal is to build muscle, then I would stay at either maintenance or go 100 to 300 calories above your maintenance for a quote-unquote lean bulk. I wouldn't go any higher than 300 calorie surplus. You have to remember that if you're skinny fat, even if you're on the leaner side, you're still holding more body fat than you do hold muscle. So you need to work on building muscle while slowly losing fat. So if you're in a crazy surplus, you're not gonna be able to lose any fat at all, and you're just gonna build a lot of fat on top of your fat instead of quote-unquote muscle. Main driver that's gonna change your skinny fat appearance is gonna be progressive overload. So progressive overload is just as simple as you lift 135 for 5 today, and then you do 140 for 5 the next day, or you do 3 sets of 135 for 5 on whatever lift it is. You slowly add weight or you add sets to a certain exercise, and that's how you progressive overload, progressively improving the intensity each time. The first thing you need to focus on when you're in the weight room is obviously focusing on your form. Form is going to create tension, and tension is going to build muscle. If you just focus on doing as much weight as possible, you're just going to end up activating the wrong muscles and hurting yourself. So focus on the form in the beginning and then slowly progressive overload with weight slowly. Another thing you need to focus on is do not switch up your workout every single day. Just do the big 5 or follow a workout plan that's like $20 online for 3 months. Don't just see a TikTok workout and think you need to add it on or do it on the side or just do it every single day. None of that stuff has any progressive overload, and if you just add on a TikTok workout after your workout, that's too much volume and you're never gonna be able to recover to actually build any muscle at all. So you need to make sure you're doing an adequate amount of volume, maybe 10 sets per body part per week. No more, no less, or don't go past 20 at least, and then you'll be pretty set off. Protein is going to be the next driving factor for fixing skinny fat. If you're high in protein, that's going to change your entire body recomposition. But if you're low in protein, you're not going to be able to build muscle or lose fat. And don't skip out on carbs and fat. Carbs are not bad for you. Some people do respond to a low carb diet very well, and some people do respond to low fat diet, but you never want to cut out fats, because fats is how your brain completely just works. Like, that's how your whole body functions. If you don't have fat, you're just gonna die. And then carbs aren't the end of the world. They actually give you energy to continue working out harder, but they are kind of overrated at the same time. Don't trip about carbs at all. Just make sure you're eating healthy carbs and you're eating healthy fats, where you're not just eating chips for carbs or anything like that. Like actual healthy, like fruits and potatoes and stuff like that. That's really gonna help you. And same thing with fats like fish. avocados, nuts, stuff that's actually gonna help you feel better and feel energized instead of just doing all this random bullshit that's just nasty and bad for your body. Make sure you focus on losing body fat over weight, so your weight doesn't need to fluctuate that much. You can go down, your body fat will go down, but if you're just losing like 2 pounds every single day and you feel like you're gonna lose body fat that way, you're just gonna end up losing muscle and look even more skinny fat. You have to realize that the reason you look skinny fat is because you have low muscle. Right, you have low muscle mass and you need more muscle and you need less body fat, or your body fat's way too high compared to how much muscle mass you have. So focus on body fat going down, which is not a crazy caloric deficit. It's like I said, maybe 300 to 500 calories less, and getting stronger, and then it'll all correlate together and you'll actually lose body fat. Last thing, some quick things that you need to make sure you have in order to actually do body recount. I'm gonna just point them right here. Protein powder, creatine, meat, chicken, water, a lot of water. That's pretty much what you need. It's pretty simple. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, tell me if I'm dumb or if I'm right. I'll see y'all later.